Alright, here we go. The best of the best perfumes for this year 2024. Because we just want to know what are the best perfumes, best discoveries for this year 2024. And I've created 15 different categories with single or multiple perfumes winning that category. Medyo mahaba-haba to, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Get some chips, get some drinks as I share with you the fragrances na nakapasok for this year's Fragrance Awards. Konting disclaimer lang before we start, these are based on my own opinion, based on my own liking. So obviously, you may or may not agree with this. That's not a problem. Or better yet, share your best picks down in the comment section. Starting off with the best Freshie. Now, this is quite easy for me because this is currently one of my favorite fresh scents. Matagal ko na hinahanap tong fragrance na to and finally, I got it. This is Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim. Imagine high summer heat dito sa Philippines and nag-crave ka ng say Sprite or any soda and you wanna quench your thirst. That's basically the feeling that I get with Afternoon Swim. It's fresh, it's fizzy, it's sparkling, it's sweet, it's citrusy, it's watery. So, what more can you ask for sa isang Freshie? It has everything. Scent-wise, ang kulang lang sa kanya is really the performance. But really, when you talk about fresh scents, citrusy scents, 90% of the time, they do not last that long because they have smaller molecules, they evaporate quickly. But quality-wise, scent-wise, I'm obsessed with this fragrance. Look at the dent that I made. Parang August lang yata to, pero ganito na yung dent na nagawa ko sa kanya because talagang pinapaligo ko siya. Guilty pleasure kasi medyo mahal siya, so I actively look for alternative. But scent-wise, yeah, this is my best Freshie for this year 2024. Next is the best Gourmand. Now for the best Gourmand, I picked Minuit et Demi. It's a collaboration of Fragrance Dubai and Demi Rolling. Although this is not like gourmand talaga, but this is borderline gourmand. Like, it has caramel note, it has coffee. I also get like a marshmallow accord in here. It really offers this parang something that you can eat. It's an edible smelling fragrance. I like that this fragrance is multifaceted. I get different notes from spices, woody notes, cardamom, pimiento, caramel, coffee, vanilla, cinnamon, musk, cashmere, tobacco, cedarwood, and rum. So, ang dami nangyayari. You get all those notes and I think it's blended masterfully. I can detect hints of those notes na nabanggit ko and it adds to the again multi-dimensional scent. It's very cozy, it's very warm, it's spicy, it's sweet, ang sarap ng amoy niya. And what I like about this scent is gourmand siya pero hindi siya nakakaumay. With that, this is my best gourmand for the year 2024. Next on our list is the best woody fragrance. For that, I'll give it to French Lover by Frederic Malle. It was parang third quarter turning parang fourth quarter of this year na discover ko to, and super high quality green notes, the woodiness, those accords, those notes, sobrang totoo ng feeling nila, alam mo yun, sobrang natural smelling. The opening is both green and peppery, but you can instantly get the woodiness and a hint of smokiness at the background, loads of earthy vetiver and oak mo, so it's a very earthy, woody, green scent. I remember when I went to Iba Zambales para tingnan yung plantation ng vetiver, you know, the feeling that I get na nasa province ako and I get a lot of grass, mga puno, halaman, yung sahig is lupa, hindi sementado. That feeling is what I get with French Lover. Very parang like away from the city, very peaceful. This fragrance makes me feel grounded because obviously it has again a lot of woody and earthy notes. So yeah, that's French Lover from Frederic Malle. Next category is the best musky fragrance. I'll give that to Tamburins Chamo. This is inspired by chamomile as per Tamburins, pero really I don't get chamomile or maybe hindi lang ako aware to the scent, but really this is more like green musky watery fragrance, no? But lamang na lamang tagito yung musk. I think this also has isoisopor and other musk molecules. It's very clean basically. It's very clean and aromatic, but the musk gives off that very transparent, clean, crisp vibe. It's a musk-based fragrance that is not boring. Got compliments with this one actually. This is very pleasant, it's unique, it's unisex as well. Personally, one of the nicest offerings of Korean perfumes. Also works really well on my skin's chemistry. Ginagamit ko sa gym and I just get a nice scent bubble around me. Medyo malakas siya mag-project when my body heats up, pag napapulisan ako. Yeah, this is something that I will repurchase for sure. Ito, marami na. Sobrang dami ko na nagamit sa kanya. Medyo nagigil train ako kasi medyo sa Korea pa talaga to binili. May mga resellers naman dito, but you know, it's not easily accessible. But yeah, the best musky fragrance for this year, I'll give it to Tamburins Chamo. Our next category is the best floral fragrance. For that, I'll give it to Tabac Rose by BDK Parfums. And this is such a nice fruity rose with a hint of smoky background. I'm not really the biggest fan of floral fragrance, kaya konting-konti lang talaga yung mga floral perfumes ko. And ito talaga, love at first sniff ako dito. There's something about the bright, fruity rose that it has and a contrast of darkness in the background because of the tobacco. Ang sarap niyang gamitin. It's one of my parang go-to perfumes if I want to be different. It offers good performance, uniqueness to its scent. If you haven't tried this, you should try this because this is amazing. Tabac Rose from BTK Parfums. Our next category is the best leathery fragrance. I think halos wala pa sigurong or matatagalan siguro tayo makakuha ng tatalo sa fragrance na to when we talk about leathery fragrance. Right now, this is the epitome of leathery fragrance. That's Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Sa mga matatagal na nakafollow sa akin, matagal na tong bote na to. Hindi ko siya nauubos. Hindi ko lang kung unlimited ba to. Talagang, minsan ko lang talaga siya nagagamit. And that's because it's really dense and strong. It's super long-lasting. It's very high-quality leather that smells like a brand new leather seats ng brand new car. It's definitely not something that I can use on a daily basis or even casual setting. But when we talk about leathery fragrance, hindi pwedeng hindi papasok dyan ang Ombre Leather because, again, in my opinion, I think it's the epitome of a leather fragrance. Straight up leather, supported by some fruity, floral notes to make it more pleasant smelling. But if Ombre Leather is too much for you, meron ako ditong runner-up. The main reason I bought this is because, yun nga, hindi ko magamit si Ombre Leather ng mas madalas. So I want that kind of black leather goodness from Ombre Leather pero, you know, mas casual or mas toned down. And that's the perfect description that I can give you for this fragrance. This is Dyptique's Rihla. This is basically Ombre Leather toned down. Alright? Not in a bad way, okay? Basically, it's a fresher, lighter, less smooth ombre leather. But again, this is much more parang, I'd say wearable. Parang I can wear this on a jacket or even just a black t-shirt, parang ganon. Pwede ko siyang ilaruin sa casual to slightly formal or formal events, ganyan. But yeah, para siyang mas versatile version of ombre leather. Doesn't have the same parang beast mode performance as ombre leather, but this performs solid 7 to 8 hours on me. Moderate to strong projection. So yeah, basically, para talaga siyang toned down version of Ombre Leather in a very good way. Next category is green fragrance. And this is not just my top 1 green scent. It's also one of my best discoveries or pickups this year. This is You or Someone Like You by Eldo. This is a green, aromatic, fresh and spicy with notes of mint, grapefruit, bergamot, dewy green notes, hedione, and white musk. So it is a very clean, again, crisp, sweet, dewy, almost vegetal green, musky fragrance. This is how you create a niche green fragrance that is still very mass pleasing. It offers uniqueness to the scent because of its vegetal siya eh. Yung ibang tao will say na, oh, amoy dahon to, parang ganon. But this is dewy, sweet, it's bright, very enjoyable siyang gamitin on a summer heat in a tropical country like sa atin, and it performs really well. I got 6 to 7 hours with this, with moderate projection. However, if you don't have access to this, or you think this is quite vegetal for you, you can go for either Hermes H24 EDP or Parfums de Marly Greenly. Yung dalawang yon are obviously good runner-ups for this category. Next category is the best clean fragrance. And I think just like Ombre Leather, this fragrance will be hard to beat to be one of the best clean smelling fragrance. And that is Byredo Blanche. This is one of the, again, epitome of clean smell. Ito yung bagong labang bedsheet mo. Or when you go to a nice hotel, yung amoy ng comforter, ng unan na bagong laba, very comforting and clean, at talagang sarap humiga, sarap magpahinga. That's what you will get with Blanche. It's very clean, crisp, aldehydic in a very, very good way. Cons lang is the performance for its price. It's really on the soft side, but yeah, it's clean. So, wala tayong magagawa talaga ron. So, that's my best clean fragrance for this year, Byredo Blanche. Next category is the best ambery fragrance. Now, I'm actually thinking, sino sa dalawang to ipapanalo ko? But sabi ko, sige, mag-runner-up na naman tayo. I think from what I have in my collection, the best ambery fragrance is none other than Grand Soir from Mrs. Francis Gurjan. This is your warm, cozy, inviting amber vanilla fragrance. If you don't know how ambery fragrance smells like or the amber smells like, you can actually try this one, and that's basically how amber smells like. But of course, this one is made cozy because of the vanilla. Strictly indoors, so you can appreciate the warmth of the amber and the vanilla more pag ginamit mo to sa mas malalamig na lugar. Now, the runner-up for that is Arthur from Penhaligons. Now, kaya ko to ni-runner-up is because medyo lumawak na kasi yung ambery, okay, category ngayon, because it used to be oriental. Parang oriental and ambery magkaiba pa sila before, but right now, pinagsama na sila. So sabi ko, okay, anong gagawin ko? Kawawa, sayang naman because if Oriental fragrance still exists, this has to be para my top 1 pick. Best Oriental fragrance. Because when you say Oriental, it's basically us, East people, di ba? On the Orientals tayo, Asians yan. So dapat meron siyang, of course, tonka or amber as well, but also black pepper, incense, parang ganyan. And this is one of the best fragrance to represent the Oriental fragrance family. This has notes of vanilla, incense, right? And black pepper. So very Oriental. This is very comforting as well. The vanilla is giving me a fluffy feeling, alam mo yun, parang marshmallowy feeling with a hint of black pepper and incense in the background. One of the nicest Oriental fragrances I've tried. Now, ambery fragrance. So, Arthur from Penhaligons. Next category is the best designer. Now, I think I'll give it to Ralph Lauren Ralph's Club Elixir. The addition of frankincense, leather, and orris makes this fragrance feel more sophisticated and upscale and medyo borderlining niche. Alam mo yun? When I first tried this, kasi I have the Parfum, ang laki ng pinagbago dun sa scent nila. Hindi niya, para siyang Sauvage Elixir, hindi niya sinunod yung DNA ng EDT hanggang Parfum concentration. Talagang iba yung atake. So parang, again, borderlining niche designer ang atake niya. So that I appreciate very much. Yung leather, orris, and incense, talagang gumawa ng depth and ng spices and talagang parang high perfumery approach ng designer brand. So this performs really well on me. Dapat naman because it's Elixir. So yeah, I think it's a bottle-worthy designer fragrance. I also have another runner-up for this one, Rabanne Million Gold. And the reason why nandito siya sa list na to is because just like Ralph's Club Elixir, I think they pushed their boundaries with this one. This is also their take sa high perfumery, no? The scent is really not the usual 1 million perfumes na bubblegummy sweet, almost gourmand, parang ganyan. This one is a mix of the Paco Rabanne DNA, which is sweet, but at the same time, the signature of a rising perfumer in Quentin Bish. So this is a mix of sweet mandarin orange and spicy woody notes from the Hakigala wood and sandalwood. Pag naamoy mo siya, parang hindi mo inaakalang galing siya sa designer brand. And if you want something that is different right now, especially if you've tried a lot of designer perfumes, this will be very interesting for you, for sure. Because again, what they did in here is something na hindi pa, I think, hindi pa nagagawa ng mga designer perfumes. Kumbaga, hindi siya common. Parang this perfume is parang wala akong pake kung hindi ko kaparehas yung ibang designer brands or designer perfumes. I'll create my own scent, whether you like it or not, ito na yung scent ko. Parang ganon siya. This one also performs really, really well. Lasted 14 plus hours on my skin with moderate to strong projection for the first 3 to 4 hours. So it's really performing. Next category is the best oud fragrance. Now, nasa starting point pa rin ako ng journey ko in exploring oud fragrances. So, definitely magbabago pa to next year. But right now, I know I got a great oud fragrance in Meydan by Spirit of Dubai. Of course, saka para makukuha ng oud fragrance kundi sa mga Arab fragrance brands, right? And this is one of those Middle East niche fragrance brand. Again, Spirit of Dubai. And if you want to explore high perfumery oud-based fragrances that are made by Middle Eastern brands, this should be at the top of your list. Spirit of Dubai. Their stores are exclusive. I bought this in Dubai Mall. Meron din ako nakita sa Atlantis. This is a great introduction sa mga Middle Eastern perfume brands na gumagamit ng high quality oud because it's not really in your face oud. The oud is just they're blended really well with other notes like saffron, fruity notes, leather, and other spices. So it's both bright and sweet and spicy and aromatic and leathery and oud. And all of those notes are blended really well. Walang parang nakikipag-unahan na siya yung bida. Parang gano'n. Wala siyang gano'n. And this is beast mode. I also have to admit na medyo mahirap siya makuha. You really have to buy this sa Dubai or pasabay ka sa Dubai, ganyan. And it's quite expensive. I got this for 40,000 pesos for this 50 ml bottle. And yung full bottle nilang 100 ml is around 22,000 pesos. So it's quite on the expensive side. Meron ako ditong runner-up. This is from Mancera. This is Oud Lemon Mint. And this is basically citrus and oud. So this is also a nice introduction to oud fragrance because it's still parang contrast siya actually. It's a contrast of yellow and like brown. Parang ganon. Yung ganong kulay, di ba? Parang lemon and oud basically. So it's fresh and citrus in the opening, pero meron siyang underlying darkness and woodiness from the oud. And the best part is you can get this for a much affordable price. This is 120 ml sa mga discounters, sa mga pasabay for around 4 to 5,000 pesos I think. And as we know, lahat ng Mancera performs really, really well. So walang bitin talaga sa performance. Now if we have the best designer kanina, we also have the best niche. Now for this one, medyo marami yung akong choices pero talagang nahirapan ako and I just narrowed it down to 2 fragrances. First is Serge Lutens Chergui. This is such a gem. This is another well-blended fragrance with a mix of sweet amber honey. It's just the right amount to make it sweet and just to bind everything together, parang ganyan. Woody, powdery, a hint of green spice as well, but there's also this dark smokiness in the background. Very smooth. I think it's very sexy. It's very manly. It's sensual and a really likable niche fragrance. And when I say likable, maybe not for beginners still, but if you're into this fragrance for quite some time and you wanna explore niche fragrances, it's very likely na ma-appreciate mo talaga siya because of its uniqueness, its distinct scent, its sensuality, addictive fragrance. There's something in this fragrance that's very addictive. This is a great holiday fragrance and I hope I can post this holiday because this is also a great holiday fragrance. Ganon siya kabango, parang perfect for cold weather, very cozy kasi yung scent niya, alam mo yun. This is really, really good. And again, I hope you don't mind I have a runner-up because this is, if not equal, almost right there at the top of parang my best niche perfumes this year. This is Mr. Sam from Penhaligons. This is a warm, spicy, tobacco, woody, sweet and aromatic fragrance. There's cinnamon, black pepper, saffron, cumin, tobacco, vanilla, and cedarwood. And this is such an addicting masculine fragrance that is not afraid to show its character. The scent is loud, not on the projection. Actually, kulang nga siya sa projection to be honest. But what I'm trying to say is yung scent niya is, again, it's loud that parang, you know, a guy that is extroverted. Like, wala siyang pakialam kung ano sabihin ng tao. This is who I am. That's the scent of Mr. Sam. It's a very smooth combo of vanilla, tobacco, cedarwood, cardamom, saffron, and black pepper. And this is currently one of my favorite pickups this year, the Blazing Mr. Sam from Penhaligons. For the next category is the best local original fragrance. Now, of course, I have my own brand GP fragrances. I just launched Vieux Papier and Eclat Noir, but set aside ko muna yung brand ko. Let's talk about other brands muna. And for this, ito yung pinakamarami akong kaya na isa, dalawa lang. But for this one, I have 5, okay? Because I just don't see any fragrance in here na parang lamang sa bawat isa. Parang I see them as equal in my taste or in my eyes. So I have here White Oud from Domus Emeterius, Morning Lust by Alex Gutierrez, Under the Influence by The Boar Grooming Co., BGC by Parfum Astro, and Dark Chocolate Truffles by Perfume Dessert. Allow me to just go briefly sa bawat isa. So BGC, I think this is brilliant. This is a fresh take on tobacco with hints of parang sweet, fruity, and floral notes. So it's a really nice parang everyday fragrance, but also pwede mo siyang gamitin as an office scent. If you're in a corporate setting, ganyan, this is a nice parang mix of formal and casual vibe, alam mo yun. So this is really nice. Next is Dark Chocolate Truffle. This is the most photorealistic Gourmand fragrance, specifically dark chocolate bar. Imagine nag-grate ka for some reason, ginigrate mo yung dark chocolate bar, parang dusty, powdery, dark chocolate. That's what you will get with dark chocolate truffles. I also get parang a boozy background as well. It's really, really nice. Mapait, but it's also chocolatey. It's not milk chocolate, it's dark chocolate na mapait-pait. A hint of booze in the background. Hindi ko alam kung accord na lang siya or talagang may ganung note, but it's really nice for its price. As a gourmand and chocolate lover, this is the best that I've tried so far. Next is Morning Lust. This is fairly new. As I'm doing this video, alam ko sold out siya, but this is a nice, clean, aldehydic, fruity fragrance. No, imagine herba pura, tanggalin mo yung harsh musk notes, and also tone down mo yung mga fruitiness, but just, you know, still very fruity like mango, peachy, ganyan, but make the base very clean, aldehydic, like fresh laundry clothes, bagong planchang damit. Basta ganun, sobrang linis niya, parang clean linen feeling, ganun. Next is Under the Influence from The Boar Grooming Co. And this is the fragrance that got me interested in exploring fragrances with Mary Jane note, okay? Cana note, okay? It's green. This is using sweet cola in the top note. Very green, aromatic Cana note or Mary Jane note. This is unique in a very, very good way. Definitely a local niche fragrance. And for some reason, there's an addicting feeling to the scent that I've used a lot nung bagong bili ko siya. So far sa mga try ko, this is the best. Next is Domus Emeterius from 625 Perfumes brand. This is their niche line. This is White Oud. This is something that is not common in the Philippines because the oud is not common sa atin, but they use oud in a way na talagang interesting because it's not fecal or amoy putok oud. It's basically just wet woods and a creamy white chocolate note to balance the oud out. So it's both creamy and sweet and parang almost gourmand feeling. Parang sarap niyang kainin, but at the same time, parang okay, Para siyang white chocolate melting on top of a burning wood. And this is a very good Filipino niche fragrance in here. To be honest with you, nabili ko ito ng 2,500 yata. Hindi siya pang 2,500, I'm telling you. This can easily be at around 10,000 pesos price range for its quality. So that's White Oud from Domus Emeterius. Next category is Best Local Inspired Perfume. Now, if you have the local original perfume, meron din tayong local inspired perfume. Kung sa local, medyo na hindi ako makapaglagay ng isa, mas lalo na dito sa local inspired kasi ang dami talaga natin pinag-usapang local inspired perfume this year. So, I really cannot give you just one, not three, not five. So, gagawa ko ng separate video after this, probably on TikTok na lang, for my top 10, I think, top 10 inspired perfume this year. But to give you some, these are my parang top 3 in no particular order. This is El Naris, Lost in the Stacks. Ito yung nag-introduce sa akin para ma-appreciate ko yung Whispers in the Library by Maison Margiela. In fact, mas mabango pa to, mas gusto ko pa tong gamitin than the original one. Pero nakabili na ako, mabango yung pagkaka-blend nila rito. Lost in the Stacks, El Naris. Next is Tiani by 625 Perfumes. In my opinion, this is at par with Ghost Spectre. I think that's the best dupe or clone ng niche ni Ani, but this is at par in my opinion in terms of scent quality, copy, and performance. And the next one is Overdose Pacific Chill. So I bought this dun sa boutique nila sa Green Hills and blown away ako with the amount of quality and copy nito, as in super galing. Offers really nice performance as well. Although on the expensive price point, 2,500, but Pacific Chill is 20,000 pesos. So 2,500 is obviously a fraction of its price. So no problem. Next is our best Middle Eastern perfume. Hindi na makakuha ng isa. Out of all the ME that I've tried this year, I have 3. First is Inej by French Avenue. This is a dupe of Penhaligons Halfeti Cedar. Alright, yun yung parang variant or flanker of the original Halfeti. Now this is basically Halfeti DNA with a lot of cedar wood in the base. So it's sweet, it's smoky, it's woody, it's spicy with a lot of woody notes. So imagine having Halfeti in a fraction of its price with same performance if not better, at hindi naman papatalo yung packaging. Look at this, sobrang ganda. Obviously one of my best pickups this year. The other one is Club de Nuit Oud. Now, this is surprising for me because I thought at first, okay, it smells like Herba Pura. But when you try this, fully wear this perfume, you will see that there's something more from the scent, which is the oud in the background. It offers parang oud leathery facets, which makes this fragrance more interesting at hindi linear fruity. Because when you buy Herba Pura again, it's just fruity. So medyo boring siya to be honest, tapos medyo mahal pa. But this is just 4,000 pesos. Beast mode performance, heavy scent trail, kamukha ng Herba Pura. But again, I think personally better than Herba Pura because of this added oud note. Mas naging sophisticated talaga siya, mas naging elegante. The other one is budol to sa akin sa Dubai. This is Latafa Pisa. Look at the bottle. It's Tower of Pisa. And this is a clone of my favorite fragrance, one of my favorite fragrances at the moment, Afternoon Swim. It's just less watery and citrus than that. So I'd say it's just around 90% similar. Offers a bit better performance, but not beast mode obviously. But yeah, scent-wise, I got a really good clone in here for Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. And the bottle is a plus. So that wraps up the Fragrance Awards 2024. I still can't believe that we're about to wrap this year. Parang bilis ng panahon, and a lot of these perfumes, I think, are new this year. So, sino kaya yung mananatili next year at sino maaalis? Well, pang next year natin malalaman yan. But right now, I want to know ano yung mga top picks ninyo rin personally in your collection. Drop it down below in the comment section. And if you've come this far, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of the community, for subscribing and following me. Speaking of community, I have a private Facebook community. It's called Greg Parilla Scent Squad. If you want to be updated in everything sa mga product launches ko, exclusive contents, exclusive discounts and giveaways, and just be part of a like-minded community. Again, it's Greg Parilla, #Scent Squad. Happy holidays and Happy New Year, everyone. See you next year. Peace.